Trump just appointed a fossil fuel CEO to lead U.S. energy policy. Is this a game changer, or are we headed for a fuel crisis? Stick around. This one is going to be explosive. Okay, let's break this down and figure out what this means for all of us. You've probably heard the news by now. Donald Trump has just named Chris Wright, the CEO of Liberty Energy, as the next Secretary of Energy. Now, if you're scratching your head and wondering, who on earth is Chris Wright, and why should I care? Don't worry, we've got you covered. Wright is not your average politician. He's a fossil fuel mogul. We're talking about a guy who's been at the helm of a major natural gas and oil company. He's all about drilling, fracking, and expanding fossil fuel production. So, what does it mean for him to take over one of the most powerful positions in the US government when it comes to energy? Well, it's a game of high stakes. First, let's talk about his background. Chris Wright has spent most of his career building Liberty Energy into a leading player in the natural gas industry. He's been all in on expanding oil and gas production and using technology like fracking to extract more resources from the ground. So it's no surprise that he's pro-fossil fuels, and now he's in charge of U.S. energy policy. This appointment is a massive deal because it suggests Trump is doubling down on fossil fuels. Under Wright's leadership, we could see the U.S. pushing even harder for energy independence, drilling more oil, and possibly even easing up on environmental regulations that slow down fossil fuel extraction. That means more oil production and cheaper gas prices in the short term. Great for people driving trucks or anyone who hates high gas bills. But, and here's the kicker, folks, what about the long-term impact on the planet? Wright's focus on fossil fuels could slow down the shift to renewable energy. While companies like Tesla and Google are racing toward clean energy solutions, Wright might push more for oil, coal, and natural gas, which could be seen as a step backward for climate goals. It's like going full speed in reverse when everyone else is trying to drive forward. So, where does that leave us? Will we become even more dependent on oil? Or will Wright help balance the old with the new? Is this appointment really just a reflection of Trump's long-standing support for fossil fuels? Or is Wright going to surprise us with a cleaner, more balanced approach? All right, now let's take a step back and ask, what does this mean for you, me, and the future of energy? For starters, if you're a fan of cheap gas prices, then Wright's appointment might sound like good news. More drilling and production could mean lower prices at the pump, and who doesn't want that? For the everyday consumer, that's a win. More energy independence and lower costs for things like heating your home, filling up your car, or getting goods shipped to your door. But, and here's the big but, is this really sustainable? Is this the future we want? More drilling and more fossil fuels might seem like the easy answer now. But what about the planet's health? Climate change isn't going anywhere, and pushing for more oil and gas could delay the transition to cleaner energy sources like wind, solar, and electric vehicles. Let's talk about jobs for a second. Wright's focus on fossil fuels could create jobs in oil and gas production, but at what cost? Renewable energy jobs are growing fast, and many experts argue that the future of U.S. energy is in clean energy. Are we putting all our eggs in the wrong basket? And then there's the political side of things. What if Wright doesn't just keep pushing for fossil fuels but actively works to roll back environmental protections? Imagine fewer regulations on drilling and fracking, less pressure to move toward clean energy. It's a good deal for fossil fuel companies, but what does it mean for the planet? Could Wright's appointment actually make it harder for the U.S. to meet its climate goals? So here's the big question for you. Is Trump's choice of Chris Wright a brilliant move for America's energy independence, or is it a short-sighted decision that could hurt the planet and future generations? Now, I want to hear what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think this is the right move for America's energy future, or do we need a new direction? If you think more fossil fuel production is a good thing for the economy, hit the like button. But if you think we need to move forward with cleaner energy, hit dislike. We want to know where you stand. Thanks for watching, folks. Be sure to stay tuned for more updates, and remember, whether it's fossil fuels or clean energy, we're all in this energy ride together. Catch you next time.